Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, all my beautiful ladies and my femmies. Hi. So I wanted to definitely do this live again today because I went back and watched my live and I saw that, I went back and watched my live and I saw that you guys were asking me questions. And I know y'all was looking like, I know this bitch see my questions and she not answering them. I did not see anybody's questions because it started freezing, and I thought it was weird too because I was like, it stopped at a certain comment, and then after that I couldn't see anybody's questions. But one question I did see yesterday, somebody asked me, guys are always asking you out, but you're not sure what to do because you tell them that you're busy. Well, you know, that's up to you. If you want to be busy and unavailable, then go ahead. I mean, hey, make them put in the work. For me, I'm always busy because it takes me about 3 to 6 months to figure out. It takes me about 3 to 6 months to figure out if I like somebody anyway. It takes me forever. So until I figure out if I like you or not, I'm busy until then. So that's just what it is. So also what I also wanted to bring up is what I also wanted to talk about is that somebody else said something to me yesterday. Oh yeah, leave these men that are struggling financially and stuff, leave them behind, because you don't want to get dragged down with that. I've had a client before who was dating somebody who started having their own financial issues. So they threw every single thing on them. They kept throwing stuff on them for them to pay for. They'd be like, yeah, you want to go on a date tonight? On you, on you. We going to be at you. Where you taking us tonight? Grown men. And you don't want to get caught up with nothing like that because that's not your responsibility. It's not your responsibility, especially as a woman. Like, you doing all the pussy popping and cooking and everything, and then you got to turn around and pay for the dates too. Like, where's the reward? Where's the giving? Where's the reciprocity? Like, where do we meet and it's equal? Like, this is exactly why I'm always telling y'all, date up. And I'm telling you something. When you start dating people who are more successful, it makes you get on top of your own game. It makes you get on your own grind. That's why I like dating guys who are way more successful than me. Way more successful than me, because it gets me on my own game. When I'm seeing them and I'm seeing them grinding and doing what they supposed to be doing, and like they take me out while they're doing their work and stuff, I'm like, wow, damn. I really ain't shit. Like, it really makes me feel like that. And I like that feeling because it makes me get on what I need to be doing and do what I need to be doing so that I can get to that level. That's why I think it's really great, especially surrounding yourself also with people who are doing well too. All of that is a part of it. Having people in your life that are doing well for themselves, whether they're friends, lovers, or anything, it really makes you get on your own grind. That's real shit. If you dating somebody who's relaxed and not really doing too much, and you got your own goals, or you trying to get up to a certain level, I'm telling you, that's how I be feeling. Like, I really ain't shit. So if you really dating somebody who ain't really doing nothing, and you got your own things that you want to accomplish, your own things you want to do and stuff, you being around this person who's really doing well, you gonna be like, maybe I could step it up. Maybe I could step it up. Because I always say, this is why I don't really have to talk down on my exes. Like, yeah, they were annoying, but all of them, and like sugar daddies that I had, because they all inspired me to like really get on top of it. And they were all like very supportive of my business. And before it came about, they were very, very supportive of whatever goals I had. They were like, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. You just got to do this. Like, I had one sugar daddy, he would buy me stuff because I told him I wanted to start doing videos. He was like, all right, well, when you do your video, you want to wear this. You want to wear that. Make sure you put this in your video. Like, it's really, really good to actually date up and date people that are on their grind, because they want to see you on your grind too. They want to see you doing well too. So that's why I don't recommend dating down or dating people that's not not doing well for themselves, because I'm telling you, if they're not doing well for themselves, they will drag you down with them. They will drag you through all of it with them, and they will not feel one lick of bad, like any ill feelings about dragging you with that. They will not even feel nothing. They won't feel nothing about it, because it's like, look, I'm not feeling too great about myself. I'm definitely not going, I need something to hold on to. I need something to grab with me, something. So that's why I think you should definitely date up, and you should definitely bring people around you that's doing well for yourself. This is why I say it's good to get out, go to these events, go to these upscale places, go to these places where people who you feel like you wouldn't fit in with are there. Like, they're all in the same spot, because then you get to see, like, well, yeah, it is a waste of time. And you will see, like, being around all these people, like, if they can do it, I can do it too. This is why I'm always telling my ladies, get out there, start going to those places that you feel like you wouldn't fit in. Like, when I was just like a little broke girl from the hood, living with my mom and everything, like I said in my Periscopes, I would always make sure I was getting out and I was dressed to the nines. Like, I was always making sure that I was on point, and I was putting myself in the best of the best places. And from that, I bought myself opportunity, So when I would ride back home, or I would get a ride from a guy back home, they'd drop me off, they'd be like, oh, you live over here? And I'm like, sure does, So it was inspiring to them too, because they could tell I was just a young girl who had a vision, had a goal. I was on my grind, That stuff, putting yourself in those places can only open you up to more opportunity, whether it's personal opportunity, whether it's meeting people that you wouldn't necessarily meet in your day-to-day life, whether it's making connections or anything like that. And you have to do it yourself. You got to do it. You got to get out there. You have to get out there, because it's so much that you don't even know that you can do, because you haven't exposed yourself to anything in the realm of possibility of doing it. It's but it all starts with taking a step out there, taking that step out there. That's what it starts with. Because if you sitting at home and you're not really doing anything great for yourself, or you're not making plans like, oh, this weekend I'm gonna try out this new spot. Yes, upscale, but I'm gonna try out this new spot. I'm gonna go to this event. I don't have no business, but I'm gonna go to a business event anyway. See what they talking about. Like, where I live, there are no rich men. You don't know that. You really don't know that. You don't know that. Every time somebody tells me that, where you live, there are no rich men, there's no way, because it would not be a state or a country or a city or a society or anything. You have to get out there. I took myself all the way across town every weekend, getting myself out there. That's all it takes. Like one of my followers said, yeah, I found somebody right at Walmart. You just got to get up and get out. That's it. That's it. Ain't no key. Ain't no secret society of where all the attractive rich people are. Like, there's no secret society of that. You just got to get out there, because we all live on the same planet. We all going the same. Yeah, exactly. A lot of successful people don't look like they successful. When I'm not on live with y'all, I look like a cold crackhead. I'm telling you, I look like I do all the rocks, all the water. Like, I look like I do all types of crack, because I really hate getting dressed up every day, for real. I really do. I really hate getting dressed up every day. Even for work, when I used to go to work every day, I used to hate getting dressed up. You can definitely find men online. They everywhere. Everything that you do, other attractive, successful people do. Like, yeah, I look like a cold crackhead. Like, I look like a cold crackhead when I'm not around. Y'all probably see me. If y'all live in DC, y'all probably see me and probably was like, man, that girl looks just like ABM. She look just like Imani. And it probably was me. I was just looking like a crackhead. I love it. I love looking like a crackhead. So everything that you are doing, attractive, successful people are there. They're out there doing the same things. They're online. They're out at the bars. They're out at the clubs. They're at the events. You just gotta put yourself out there too. Like, you just gotta put yourself out there too. Because I realize every time I say this is that a lot of y'all do not go outside, which is very odd. I don't know if this is like an internet thing or y'all are joking, but that is not a good thing. Y'all have to go outside. Like y'all have to go outside. And no, you do not have to approach them. You do not have to approach them. If you're looking good, they will approach you. If you looking good, you confident, like, if you looking good and you confident, they will approach you. I'm telling you, you don't have to approach them. I never approached any man in my life. Because first of all, they're not cute enough or that bomb for me to be approaching them. Secondly, I think it sets up a pattern for like going forward with them believing that you're supposed to be pursuing them. Like, yeah, going out by yourself. A lot of people go out by themselves, and it makes you look like a boss, for real. If you out by yourself having a drink, or out by yourself at a restaurant having a meal at a table by yourself, you look like a boss, for real. You looking good, smelling good, just having yourself a little glass of wine or something. You look bomb. You look bomb. You look like a boss. So I don't know why more people don't do it. Because you look more like a boss than out surrounded by a bunch of people looking like y'all about to split the check 50 ways. So, yeah, go out. Go out. But do not approach them. Do not approach them. It just sets up like some, what is it called? Like a pattern for them to think that you're supposed to be pursuing them like a woman. For real. That's what they think. Like, you approach me, so I guess you gonna be taking me out on a date. I guess you gonna be buying me my meal. Yep. I guess you gonna be texting me every morning, good morning. Do not do it. Do not do it. We're not at a place in society with men where they see that as, oh, I'm approaching you because you looked interested in me, but I think you should be taking me on a date. It never works like that. So I don't know why people keep trying to convince themselves it works like that. It never works like that. If you go out and you chasing them, they are going to wait to be chased. It's really simple. It's really, really simple. But yeah, you got to go out and you got to put yourself in better places. Even for young girls who work in like hourly positions and everything, make sure you work in these places that are in great areas when you're applying. Make sure you put yourself in these areas. Like, you could work at a, what is it called? A Sweet Green downtown, you know? Make sure you putting yourself in those places. You can even work in better places. You don't have to have a job where you're making all the money in the world. Thank you. You don't have to have a job where you're making all the money in the world, but make sure it's a job where you're putting yourself in a great place around, exposing yourself to more successful people. Because I'm telling you, it's inspiring. Like, when I was working in Fairfax, I used to get up right every day to go work in Fairfax with all my Korean sisters, you know, and I learned so much from them. I learned so much from them about business. I learned so much about them when I was doing hair. I learned so much with them about business, about upper middle class and middle class people, just watching them every day, learning how those women are and how they think, and how they date, how they marry. All of that stuff helped me to build my business to what it was today, because I sat there and I just soaked it in. I was not making a lot of money with them, but I soaked in everything, and I truly believe that everything that's happened in the past year or so would everything that I involved myself in, from the people I met, people I dated, the places I went, working with those beautiful Korean women that changed my life. Even those clients, I hated those clients. Oh my God, I fucking hate those clients. I hated seeing their faces every day. And I feel like they even knew, like, yeah, Imani hates us. But but I learned so much from them. And that was something I always did, though, is like, if I was going to be working somewhere, I was going to be working in the best areas, because that's where I'm going to be spending most of my time. So how else, like, what better way than to be working in the best areas so that you can learn what you need to learn, meet the people you need to meet, you know, grow with what you need to grow with, you know. And that's just common sense. I don't know if y'all are still asking me questions, because exactly, location. I don't know if y'all are still asking me questions because stuff is not coming up. But yeah, it's all about location, putting yourself in the best places. It don't matter if you got $10 in your pocket. Go to that bar. Plus, most of the places that are expensive, they don't charge a cover charge to get in. You just walk in, get your ID, walk in. So if anything, it's the places where all the broke niggas that charge a cover charge. So you don't want to be in those places. You do not want to be in. If a place charges a cover charge, that lets me know right there. That's not a place I should be going to. Like, because places that actually have class and actually have people that are successful do not charge cover charges. That's something I learned. And advice for older women. All of this is advice for older women. If anything, most of this advice caters more so to you guys, because you guys should be focused on dating up. All of this. None of my advice, like, is specifically for a certain type of person. It's not specifically for gay people. It's not specifically for, well, I do have certain threads specifically for that, but then I'll say it. But most of this advice, you can apply it to gay, lesbian, trans, femme, old, young. If you're a person who is dating, even men and women, if you're a person that dates, all of this stuff applies. Just replace whatever keyword you need for something that's more fitting for you. If you go to these places, dress well. That's how I think. I don't. Some people like to dress sexier. I mix it up. If I don't really like to dress too sexy, because it's just uncomfortable for me at this point. But when I was younger, like when I was like 18, 19, I like to dress sexy more. But now it's just too uncomfortable. I like to be able to relax, and I don't want my boobs hanging out everywhere. So yeah. But yeah, all of this stuff applies to everybody. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, mainly women and femmes. Like, it doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, lesbian, straight. Like, just replace the keywords with what you need to make it apply to you. And that's exactly what replace the keywords with what needs to apply to you, and that's what will work. I'm telling you. Replace everything that I said with lesbian women or masked women. Replace men with masked women, or replace ladies with whatever, you know. So exactly. Chris White t-shirt, or just like all these boutiques that be selling these dresses for like $10 that look nice as hell. People always ask me where I get my stuff from. My stuff don't cost that much. It really don't. I be putting the links all over stuff, and it don't cost that much, because I'd rather spend on a handbag or some shoes before I spend on a dress, because there's so many cheap, affordable dresses, you know. Plus, I personally feel like I'm not buying no designer dress.
It's closed.
You can. Oh.
They closed it.
All right. Well, you can pull up right there, and I'll just wherever. Yeah, I'll just go be right. That's good. Cause I'm gonna be over here. So yeah, you can pull over on that next street. Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, all these, I don't wear designer clothes, because I feel like it's unfair that designers send free designer shit to rich people. So I'm like, I'm not wearing it until y'all send it to me. That's how I personally feel about it. That is how I personally feel about it. I'm not doing no designer nothing. Maybe a handbag, maybe some shoes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Woo. All right, y'all. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm about to go get something to eat. All right, see y'all later.